Okay everyone, my video recording limit had reached in the previous clip. That is why I had to end it rather abruptly. Now we have a small bit remaining and I'll try to finish it off in this clip. Now we had reached a point where Gandhiji was talking about how he actually intended to address a joint appeal to both Hitler and Mussolini. And I was also trying to introduce Mussolini to you. He was in fact the founder of Italian fascism, and again, just like Hitler, he too promoted a kind of a dictatorial regime, just as Hitler did in Germany, and that is why Gandhiji reveals here that perhaps this request is applicable to both Hitler as well as to Mussolini. And he recalls that he had the privilege of meeting Mussolini when he was in Rome during his visit to England as a delegate to the Round Table Conference. Now, I hope all of you have heard about Round Table Conferences, a series of conferences organized by the British government to discuss constitutional reforms in India, and the period was 1930 to 32, and Gandhiji had attended, representing the Indian National Congress, he had attended the second roundtable conference that took place in London in 1931. So he is actually talking about this second roundtable conference in 1931, and he is recalling his meeting with Mussolini, and he says that I hope that he will take this as addressed to him also with the necessary changes. Okay, so both Hitler as well as Mussolini represent autocracy, represent dictatorship, and promote an ideology of oppression and control. And that is the reason why Gandhiji feels that this request that he has drafted to Hitler is equally applicable to Mussolini as well. And this is done in the larger interest of society, in the larger interest of safeguarding or promoting the values of harmony and universal brotherhood. And as mentioned at the beginning of this letter, Gandhiji has always stood for values of peace and brotherhood, as well as the ideals of patience, sacrifice, and non-violence. And therefore, there is no place for violence, for enmity when it comes to Gandhi. And this side of Gandhi is very much revealed in this letter written to Hitler. So it's a beautiful lesson actually about the value of non-violent modes of protest and resistance, and also in the doctrine of universal friendship and brotherhood. That is, he is actually promoting a kind of universal harmony where there are no differences, where there is no discrimination based on race or color or creed, where there is no significance or importance to any act of violence. Violence, oppression, or control can never be an answer or a permanent solution to problems. Good relations among nations can be maintained only through mutual understanding and only through working towards the ideal of justice and peace. Okay, I hope the whole lesson has been clear to you. Now we'll just wind up this clip by just having a look at the exercise given here. Just the first one I'm discussing now. Answer the following questions in one word or a phrase. What suggestion does Gandhi make to end the clash with Britain? Is it to refer to America, to fight and win, to refer to an international tribunal, or to launch a non-violent agitation? Now, this is a point that I had discussed in the previous clip, and I know that you would have guessed the answer quite easily. Yes, it is number C, that is to refer to an international tribunal. Then, the second question. Non-violent cooperation is as a method in its nature dash. Is it inviolable, indefensible, powerful, or contradictory? Now, this is a sentence taken straight away from the text, and it is there on page 137, where he says that non-violent non-cooperation is a method in its nature indefensible. That is, you cannot, it's not justifiable by any kind of argument. You cannot put forward any claims against it. So the answer is B, and it is a line taken from the actual text. And just look at the third question, that is, it's quite easy. The letter was written on dash. Now, if you go to the first page where the letter begins, it's clearly stated that the letter was written in 1940, that is on December 24th, 1940. Okay, now please go through the questions given here, that is one or two sentence questions, and you have 5 questions given here. One is, why does Gandhi address Hitler as a friend? Second one is, how does Gandhi compare British imperialism to Nazism? Third one is, we seek to convert them, not to defeat them on the battlefield. What does Gandhi mean? Fourth one is, how does Gandhi warn Hitler? And last one, ours is a unique position. Now, I'm not going to explain the answers in this clip. I'm giving you time. Go through all these questions once more and try to find out the answers on your own, analyzing the text, analyzing the details that I have given while reading the text, and prepare the answers to these questions. Okay, so let me stop for the time being. Thank you for your cooperation. Bye.